Hey guys, it's been a while since I last posted here a YouTube video podcast episode, but it's the end of January and I feel like I want to do a little bit of a self reflection, which I think I always do anyway. I think that's the bulk of my podcast episodes, if not just yapping, talking about goals, talking about how to improve myself, how to grow as a person. And I think that's mainly what I want to continue talking about. And so, given that it's January 31st, 30th, 31st, I want to just kind of summarize what's been going on and kind of share a little bit about the emotions that I have been going through since the beginning of this year or this month. It's been a lot, not gonna lie. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a new year and everybody really gets into their head starting to think about what to leave behind in 2025 or what to start, how to rebrand yourself in 2026, how to become better. And I feel like I definitely felt that because as soon as it hit 12, I was so underwhelmed by the fact that the reality is that nothing really changes as soon as it hits January 1st at 12 a.m. It's not magic, and you really do have to put in the work in order to see results, and that's not something new, but I feel like that's a good reminder for everyone who puts a lot of value into the new year and New Year's resolutions, which I really like, and I participate in it. I write down a list of goals that I want to improve in different aspects of my life, but I do think that there are a lot of preparations that needs to happen. There's a lot of foundation building in order for you to see results. And as, other people have talked about or other experts have talked about, you people who don't really see the results right away and give up, they're not really in there for the long haul because hard work doesn't happen overnight. If you really want something, you do have a lot of planning to do, you have a lot of research to do, and you're supposed to be passionate about it. Sometimes I feel like people confuse what their goals are versus what they envy or versus what they, I guess, compare themselves to other people on social media. And that's what I've been learning recently, this entire month actually of January, is that I have been comparing myself. The more I try to put myself out there on social media, whether it's through like TikTok or YouTube videos or podcast episodes, I feel like I subconsciously do compare myself to other people, to other content creators, and I end up following their path more than I want to follow my own, or more than I carve my own journey or my own experience with this. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that sometimes you just need to turn off your phone and be alone in your own thoughts, be alone in your creative processes, your creative juices, and really get to know yourself and brainstorm. Be your own CEO. Think of how you can improve your life, whether it's your financial goals, your beauty wise, aesthetic wise, your fashion, your style, your wardrobe, your career, and your hobbies, your relationships. How can you improve different aspects of your life? Think of it as little projects. Start with one, start really slowly, take it a day at a time, set timelines, and create like very realistic goals per aspect of your life. And that's what I did 2025. And I definitely see a lot of results, but we're all just humans, and I feel like we do fall into this trap of comparing yourself to other people. And how you get out of it is really a matter of giving yourself the space, giving yourself the privacy to reflect on your own thoughts, to reflect on your own journey, your own results, and just have that conversation with yourself. Is this really what is rewarding to you? Is this really the path that you really like want to go into? Is this worthwhile to you? Is this meaningful to you? Or are you just following a trend? And it's a really hard conversation to have with yourself, because our judgment is very clouded by what we surround ourselves in. So if you're always on social media, if you're always consuming content, beauty content online, or finance content online, it's really hard to compare yourself to where other people are at in their life at the moment. And sometimes more than you get inspired, I feel like the common emotion that evokes from watching those content is envy. And it's really hard to put yourself in a headspace of inspiration and being creative, because I feel like, I mean, that's just like very common human emotion, is to feel envy or to feel jealous, and it takes a lot to get yourself out of that emotion. What really matters is your second or third thought, right? You could feel envy, you could feel jealous that somebody has all of these things that you want in life. They get to travel, they get to try new beauty products all the time, they get PR packages, they have thousands of followers online, they have the fame, they work remote, they have the lifestyle that you want. But it's the second thought that really matters, is that what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue complaining about your life, or you're actually going to do something about it? You're going to start putting your head down and you're going to work for it. You're going to plan, how am I going to get out of my 9-to-5 job? How am I going to get myself to that path of working remotely, working for myself, building my own business? It's really the second or third thought that matters. We're all human, we're flawed, and sometimes our emotions get the best of us. And I recently heard this podcast of this divorce lawyer talking about how there's really no division between evil and good. It both simultaneously coexist within us, and it's really just about finding the balance of becoming your best version of yourself, but also allowing yourself to make mistakes, to be human. And a lot of us, mistakes can be very subjective. There's gravity to certain mistakes, but what matters most is that your willingness to learn from it, to grow from it, and to become better, and to avoid making the same mistake over and over again. There's a thing in psychology where they say the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over again, knowing that you'll get the same results. So if you want to change something, if you're tired of this cycle of being stuck in the past, being stuck in the old version of yourself, you do have to have a wake-up call. You do have to do like a reality check of what your life is. Take a look from the outside. How is your life now? Is it serving you? Is it giving you happiness? Is it meaningful to you? Is it rewarding? Those kinds of questions you have to ask yourself. And if you're not satisfied with your life, it's either you complain about it and cry, or you actually put your head down and work. So that's the conversations I've been having with myself, and that's honestly a really good start to the year. I'm not going to just downplay, all the work that I've put in since October. I think it's been years of building this traits, these I guess like work ethic I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to instill in my own life, to want more, to become ambitious, to take care of myself. I've been going to the gym. I've been sleeping I've tried to be disciplined with my sleep, with my diet, because that's how I'm going to feel my best. That's how I'm going to feel confident about myself. And when I feel good, when I'm confident, that's when I can perform better. And that's when I can show up for myself. So they're all really, as much as they're all different aspects of your life, you might think aesthetic is not important, but it really does. Little things like that do help with your performance and how to maximize the results that you want to see. That is just a little reminder that I've been kind of ruminating just things that I want to, I guess, take with me to the next month and work on it. And I think that's just the entire process of it. It's just working to become the better version of yourself. So I hope that made a little bit of sense to people who are listening. I did miss a couple of weekends this month in terms of posting, but I do have a lot of content that I shot. It's just I haven't taken the time to edit them and stuff like that because I've been really present. I've had a snow trip last weekend, which was really fun. I got so bruised up, but nonetheless, I still very much enjoy the sport of it, snowboarding. I really want to continue learning, so I definitely want to go back, but it's gonna have to wait until everything is kind of set with my own personal goals. And also, that's another thing that I learned this month, is that I need to make some sacrifices in order to go after what I want. So sometimes I do have to sacrifice my social life and spending time with my friends and stuff like that to, meeting my own financial goals. And I feel like in your 20s, it's a very hard conversation. Not a lot of people want to talk about it because it's very, I guess, what's the word that I'm looking for? It starts with a P. Polarizing. A lot of people in your 20s, they have this one side wants to value your youthfulness and they want to value time and experience, but there's another set of 20s who want to build their life for their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they want to be set. And how to spend your 20s is really becoming more transparent to me now, and I'm understanding more about it.